Hello. So I wanted to make this video about peace, specifically peace inside yourself and joy. Because sometimes you can have peace, maybe specifically without joy. And I guess in some cases you can kind of have joy without full peace. But when they go hand in hand, it's absolutely untouchable. Untouchable. So, for many years, and I probably still do it to a degree, we're never fully complete in anything, really. Yet we always are, so. For a long time, I'm sorry, I have an eyelash that's like trying to come into my eye, and I don't know if it's from down here or up here, but I can see it. For a long time, and like I said, still probably to a degree, I still do it. But I made a seat for myself inside of other people. It used to go, like when I was growing up, it came in the form of people pleasing and just doing what everyone thought of you. And so the lighting is real crazy. It's like, not here, but on the phone. So I used to be a chronic people pleaser. I didn't know how else to be. That was what was shown to me. And so that's what I did. And then someone came into my life who was definitely not a people pleaser. Almost to like a degree where I was like, ooh, like, you obviously don't care about nobody. Until I fully realized that the whole reason I even thought that way was because of my own interpretation of what people pleasing meant and what people pleasing made me feel like. It made me feel helpful, purposeful, worthwhile, blah, 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 until, and I'm sure anyone who is a people pleaser or who has been has known this feeling. People pleasing pleases you until it doesn't. And then what? What are you left with? Because sometimes we get so wrapped up. Sometimes, a lot of times, we get so wrapped up in the pleasing of other people that we even forget how to please ourselves, or that we're even supposed to. And so it's been a journey, a continuous journey, to to wash away the old ways of people pleasing, the old mindsets, the old philosophies, the old ways of going about doing it, thinking about it, being about it, embodying it. Okay? It was more so, now looking back, it was more so like, okay, so I'll do this for you because I need you to do this for me. And it wasn't on the surface like that. And honestly, mostly subconsciously like that. Because a lot of times when you're people pleasing, you're not intentionally doing it out of a self-serving mode. At least you don't think so. But truly it is. See how I'm serving you. Look how valuable I am to you. Look how much you need me. Look how purposeful I am in your life. How could you let this go? Right? How could you not let me please you in the ways that I think that you need pleased? And so this people-pleasing thing is like this never-ending spiral of, I need you to see what I'm doing for you so that you can need me to do more of it. And then there is a level of resentment that gets built up because you see it, but you don't see it to the degree that I do it. And so then I don't feel acknowledged and I don't feel appreciated, but I'm still doing it because I know I still need to for me, and masking it by doing it for you. And just this, it's a never-ending spiral unless you just really stop the momentum of it. And the only way to really stop the momentum of it, I don't know. Maybe really the only way to stop the momentum of it is to really stop. Just stop. Even if it's just for a day. Like, take yourself away from the people, things, situations, events, mindsets, whatever, that get you in the loop. Take yourself away. Go deep into nature. Go deep into some self-care, some self-healing, a spa day, a this, a that, like to the point where almost the entire day is taken up by a level of self-reflection, a level of self-analysis, a level of self. Because even if it's just for a day, you can see, oh, here is the patterns and the ways that I'm moving that aid in this loop, because I am the one turning the crank. I am the one continuing the momentum. There would not be momentum unless I kept it moving. And when you realize the pieces of yourself that sit and make seats inside of other people, when you realize the pieces of yourself that hold on so tight because I can't not have this thing in my life. I can't not have this person in my life. I can't not have this set of beliefs in my life. I can't not have this mindset. I can't not have this purpose, this dream, this way. Because then if I did, what am I? Who am I? And it's only when you really fully accept the truth that you will find the joy that you seek through helping others, and the peace that you seek through the acknowledgement of helping others, and the level of purpose that you feel that you fulfill by helping others, you'll never feel the truth of all of those and the deepest depths of them. So to the point that the journey never ends, okay? So to the point that the depth keeps getting deeper and deeper. The joy that you see and feel and experience and create in this life gets deeper and deeper. The peace of mind, body, spirit, soul, the absolute unwavering peace that you feel gets deeper and deeper and deeper when, here's the kicker, when you decide that pleasing yourself is the most important thing that you can do. If you haven't seen my video titled like Please Be Selfish, you should go watch it, because I wouldn't even title it as selfish, only because selfish already has this negative connotation in our society, such as like God already has this image, and such already has this image, like even to this degree, which we are now being turned to face and experience in this reality in our life, is that we even dictate male and female to be a specific image in our head. Yeah. So selfish has this specific image in mind, and selfish is negative in our society. And so I wouldn't even label it as selfish, because it just doesn't sit well with people. So maybe something that I would say more is, please be self-caring and self-loving, because in all honesty, that's all it is. How can I care about myself? How can I love myself? Because that's what we do when we people please. We sit inside of them for so long, and we make such a home inside of the other person that we can say, oh, I know that they need this. I know that they want this. I know that they would desire this, that this would make them happy, this would bring them joy, this would bring them peace, this would help them, this would do this, da 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 da. Now is the time. And I've just recently gotten to the point of creating my throne inside myself, because we sit ever so gently on the little boxes and crates and twigs and branches and things and bones and things that we can sit on inside of other people. Wherever we can fit, we sit. Like those memes of cats. If I fits, I sits. Okay? But I'm gonna tell you, you can only be squished in between the crevices of bones for so long until you suffocate. You can only sit inside someone else's rib cage until the weight of it crushes you. But I can tell you with absolute certainty, that if you sit inside of yourself, You will never be suffocated. You will never be crushed. And you know what? You won't really even ever be disappointed. Because when you do get disappointed, it's because you went and sat somewhere else a little bit. Even just a little bit. Now, it's a never-ending journey. We're always incomplete. However, the road to becoming complete, crazily enough, brings more completeness, okay? So, if you feel scattered, unloved, unacknowledged, unappreciated, unworthy, if you feel like there's more, this isn't enough, I'm not enough, you can keep going. I know you can. But don't. If you feel that way, it is because you have not created your glorious throne inside of yourself to sit deeply into, sink into that chair, to the bed, to the floor, whatever it is inside of yourself that you feel the most comfortable laying on. And maybe it changes. That's okay too. All I wanted to share with this video is that joy is waiting for you. Peace, happiness, love, prosperity, bliss is all waiting for you. The puzzle is sitting there waiting for the final piece to click into place in order for you to be able to experience it. Because it's not a complete thing, it's a continuous journey of deepening. But the missing puzzle piece in all of those beautiful things is you. And if you're sitting somewhere else, you're never going to find the puzzle that you're supposed to fit in, right? What works best for you? Because you can't control anything outside of you. Well, I want this person to acknowledge and recognize the things that I do and blah, 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 and yada, 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 and I want this thing to go this way, and I want this dream to work in this manner. Sweetheart, it doesn't work that way. Yet. The first thing that you have to do is control what you can control. Always and forever, what you can control is you. So, if this person is not acknowledging your glory and your greatness, okay. Because listen, if they can't acknowledge yours, I'm sure they probably ain't even acknowledging theirs. So, just you asking for something that they can't give, you're gonna be disappointed. Duh. But what you can do is say, oh, you know what? This person can't acknowledge it. And that's fine, because I don't know what place they're coming from, and I can't push those expectations onto them. But what I can do is say, hey, you are doing awesome. You are doing great. Look at all this shit you doing. You doing fantastic. You are so fabulous. And the way that you care for people, the way that you love people, and the way that you do it just from the genuineness of your heart, because if you're doing it for them to say, hey, thank you, look how awesome you are, thank you so much, I need you so much, blah, 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 blah. That's not kindness. That's not helping. That's not love. You're doing a business transaction. You are purchasing your acknowledgement. And people usually don't pay big money. Okay? People usually pay what they can give. Ooh, that was a good one. I love when the universe just goes, just drops little fucking juicy nuggets of funny to me, honestly. And it's funny to me because I can acknowledge that I'm talking to myself right now, and to everybody who's watching. We all are on the same thing. Okay? But I'm talking to myself, and so I get the little funnies that come, and you just gotta laugh at yourself because, goddamn, such a cute little human I am. And that goes into acknowledging yourself, okay? So, cozy up a spot inside yourself for yourself. And stop sitting in other people. I know you love such and such and yada yada, but if it goes, you'll survive. And go ahead and hit me with, oh, but we're humans, so we're gonna die, so maybe I wouldn't survive. Well, sweetheart, then you're not correct about that, because this body is human. You are not. What your body is made up of continues on forever. So no, you never die. Hence, we will always be incomplete, and the journey is forever. You can live without it. And while it's here, live with it while sitting in yourself. Have a wonderful, blessed, joyous, peaceful, blissful, abundant, prosperous,